Hello everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a sort of counter device that can count up every time you press a lever or give it a wire signal. It'll go up to 999. It works in a single tick. You can make it go as fast as you want, essentially. And it also has a reset switch. It'll completely reset the counter. And it may look like a lot of wiring and kind of complicated, but I will break it down and make it as simple as I can so you can recreate this and use it for whatever you need to make it for like a adventure map or a mini game, anything you want. I've used something similar to this before, but this is a revised version and it's a lot faster and sort of more simple and instant, because my previous one wasn't necessarily instant, but let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright, first we're going to need to create a background for the 7-segment display. This should be how 7 wide. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see. Just make sure it's tall enough to fit in the entire display. I also give it a small border like this. I'm using a Starlit Heaven wallpaper since it can be painted with a shadow paint and it'll make it completely black. We can paint in this part too. Now you can use whatever color torch you want. I'm just going to use a white one here. There we go, there's that. Now we can just fill in the rest of this. Then after we do this, we're going to add some torches. We can do that. We're using a shadow paint as well for the torches to make the torch base or whatever invisible. We can just put these together like this. That'll make an 8 shape. Now we're going to need to make it so that, or wire each part of the 7-segment display together. We can do the top one like this. Okay, this one like here. This one will be red. And this one will be yellow. And they all meet up together here, so we can just grab wire and bring them all the way across. And each of these colors will individually turn them on, and we can make combinations to like turn on certain parts of the display at a certain time. And then for the rest, we're going to need to create a separate line. We'll do it right here. This one will be red. This one will be... Oops, nope, not that part. The one above will be red. Right here. We can bring this out like this and down like that. This one will be green. And the last will be yellow. We can just hook it up like that. Now we can just bring this along as well, and next we're going to make it so that we can turn on only one number at a time. In order to make it so that only one number goes on, we're going to need to make it so that there's a single selection for each number. There are a total of 10 numbers, 0 to 9, and well, first we count out 4, then we put down 10 OR gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we do that here as well on the bottom row. Except we're going to skip 1. We can put it at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 7, 8, and 9. Now the reason you skip these is because you don't necessarily need anything there. You don't need anything turned on the bottom row. So now we're just going to move these up too with some gates, like so, and on the bottom as well. Now we bring out these all the way across, and we're going to hook these up so that, oops, I forgot this here, so that's the rows will align. We move them down like this, We're going to alternate red and blue, like so. We've got the blue done. Now we do red. Oops, we don't need one there. We'll still put that there for later. Do this. Almost got the red done. Just a couple more. We'll do that, and there. Now that that's all done, we need to make sure that these lines do not interfere. So we're going to add a junction box between each one, like so. And now, if we were to attach a switch to each of these, you can see that they light up like so, each individually, like so. Now we're going to need to make it so that certain lights go on with each of these. We're going to hook up the outputs to the inputs of the 7 segment. First, for the 0, we're going to need to do all except for the red, or actually first, let's just turn off everything here, using some switches. All the lights are invisible now. You can see nothing's there to show. Now we're going to do certain color combinations on the top and bottom rows in order to turn on certain ones. Like, for example, 0, you want to turn on blue, green, and yellow. So we've got blue, green, and yellow. We can hook that up here, and you'll notice that it connects here. So we want to put another junction box there. We're going to want to do this for all of these, actually, in between, like so that they're too tall. And that's just the top. Now we have to do the bottom, which is all the colors, red, green, and yellow, like so. And we take a switch, turn it on, and there's a 0. Now I've got a chart. I will put that up on a display and to show you what I'm using for each one, and I'll probably just do a time lapse here to speed things up. Alright, now that we have that done, we can see that they each work individually, like so. 0 to 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we need to make it so that it will count up, so that it does essentially what I'm doing here, automatically. And to do that, we're going to use a counter. It'll just count up and then reset itself. Now to start off this counter, we're just going to make each of these taller. Didn't mean to place that. Each of these selection devices taller, like so. And then after this, we're going to add OR gates to the top of each of these, like this. Now we're going to want this specific one to be on. So we're just going to put a on lamp there. The rest will be off because it starts at 0. Now we're going to put logic gate lamps in between each of these spaces as well, up to here. There should be 10 of those. And we're going to fill all of these in with logic gate off lamps. And we're going to take faulty gate lamps and put them on top of each of the AND gates. Like this. Now we're going to do something very similar. We're going to take more AND gates, put them above the OR gates. Messing up a bit there, that's fine. Now we're going to match the lamps here. So this one should be on, the rest will be off, and we add more faulty gate lamps on top. Now all we have to do next is wire these up, like so. So that wire's there. We're going to alternate colors. We're going to do a green here, like this. We're going to wrap it all the way around to these, right into this. This will be the reset right here. Don't need that one. And then also we're going to grab these, take it down here, like this, and we do something very similar for all of these. The yellow one, we grab it from here up to here, down like this, and we alternate green and yellow like that. Now this will make it so that it sort of jumps from one to the next in order to count up what we're doing. And I will speed this up. Now that that's done, we just have to add in the reset line, which is just a single line like that. We'll add a lever. It'll just automatically reset it to 0 whenever it's not 0. It'll go up through the numbers, like so, and reset back to 0 on its own. Now, if it's on a 6, we can just reset it with that, like so. And there's essentially a single one. Now we need to make this tileable, so that we can stack it on top of each other, and to do that, we're going to have to add a bit more wiring. So we're going to bring this out like so, just bring this down to here, over 1, and down to here. And now we're going to need to add red and yellow like this. Actually, did I do that too far? I did do that too far. Down here instead, and like so. Now it looks like they're connecting, so we're going to take junction boxes and place them so that these do not interfere. 1 there, 2 there, and 2 right there. Now we're going to grab a wire from this one so that, well, essentially when they're stacked on top of each other, we want the one above it to change once when this gets reset back to 0. And in order to do that, we just grab this and bring it up here, up to the green. Now take junction boxes, 1 right there, 2 there, like so. And to make it so that the green and, well, if you're stacking them on top of each other, these will touch, the green and this row down here. And we don't want them to interfere, so we're just going to add some more junction boxes. We can do 2 right here, and, or not there, my bad, 2 here, like so. And then starting here, we just run it all the way across up to this one. One more thing down here, we add 1 right there, so that doesn't interfere with this one right here. The reason we can't put junction boxes here is because it'll keep these from connecting, and we don't want those, or we want those to stay connected. So now we can just take this and stack it on top of each other. Now we've got 3 of them, they're all stacked on top of each other. You can see that these are touching, but they're not interfering because of the junction boxes. Now these red wires connect up perfectly, which is what we want. And next we need to just put in the reset switch, which we can do by bringing this down. We don't want these to interfere. The only one that has blue is here, so we put 1 there, 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 and there. And whenever we flip this, it should just reset it back to 0. And it is 0 right now, so there's nothing to change. And here is the input line right here. Oops, not that. Right here. So whenever we send this a pulse or toggle it will go up by 1. And then this will just bring it up to 10, and so on. It'll just keep counting up to 20, 30, so on, all the way up to 999. And you can just be in the middle of this and reset it with this switch. It looks like oh, of course, these are supposed to connect. We don't need junction boxes here. Here, here. Now this will switch it off, like so. And there we have it. There's how to make a counter that will count up to 999 or even higher. You can just stack these infinitely on top of each other. And thanks for watching. Subscribe for more tutorials, and don't forget to share it if you think your friends would like it. Bye.